What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review an EP by Paula DeAnda and Jump Smokers. Basically this product is called The Voice and the Beats and it came out in the summer of 2014. So within the fair about this product, particularly Paula DeAnda was a hip hop singer that was around briefly for like the mid-late 2000s, pitches like that within those ordeals. She had a couple hit singles. She had a series of singles in late 2006, 2007, pitches like that, with particularly a couple of them going gold with the RIAA as far as those pitches can happen. So a couple gold selling singles, pitches like that, selling stuff ordeals. But particularly similar to Cassie, who also similar to Cassie with Me and You, who also tapered off around that time within that particular fair, and Paris Hilton, fairs like that within some of that pitches, some of those type of folks that put out that particular that put out tunes around that time. Now she did resurface, and within the particular fair, I'm not as full-blown sure what particularly happened between like 2006. I mean, apparently she had a couple albums that were going to happen. Her sophomore album was apparently shelved, and she was going to do a Spanish album as well within some of those type pitches within the aspect of it, but it's just kind of the fair. She released some digital singles, pitches like that, but it's just kind of the aspect. This is kind of the product that back in those particular days, if you didn't have like a number 1, number 5, number 15 single, something within those aspects, those real chart-centric pitches like that, the labels just particularly were kind of a little bit harsher than like the aspect behind it. This kind of pitch. Now, more or less, they might still be like that nowadays, but it's this kind of pitch, at least if you have like some sort of TikTok type hitting song pitch like that, some sort of craze that you can send off at the fair, it has a little bit more likelihood of being able to come out. But it's just unfortunate because there were a series of these type folks, thinking particular to pop type folks in the aspect. That's the same reason why Paris Hilton's further music didn't come out, and definitely like Cassie, Danity Kane had some problems, pitches like that. Nicole Scherzinger was kind of having somewhat of issues dropping her debut a little bit earlier back in like the 2000s, pitches like that. So it's kind of the ordeal. But yeah, I'm going to eventually get to the Paula DeAnda album from 2006, pitches like that. But this is a nice trace like an album here, pitches like this EP type fair. She has, like I was saying, the thing I was saying a little bit earlier, that she has like some remix projects as well, some sort of compilation or something like that, that's some degree of extra type stuff that she did in like the 2000s, early 2010s, but pitches like that. This is like a particular blistering swirl, like some EDM, good fairs like that. The Jump Smokers, some of these type of aspects just nailed the tone of particularly having good taste of like the concurrent, having particularly good taste of like the concurrent kind of EDMs and those kind of prominent pitches like that, at least around that time within those fairs. Now, but way out in 2014, it was starting to get somewhat, not necessarily weathered, but just within the pitch, it is becoming more wayside, where it was just not as cresty and as full band like it was in 2012 or 2013 pitches like that, but it's still a capital type appeal, getting some of those leftover product, because these are some strengthy type songs. Paula DeAnda and the Jump Smokers translate to this sound pretty well. So this is good pitches. Some of these type ones like Strangers, Jump Smokers, EDM Remix, really have some vicious type appeals, pitches like that. But supposedly, I think the single out this product was Horns Blow, Shimmy Shimmy within these aspects. This is a song that hit 360,000 plays on Spotify. So this being able to say within the aspects behind it, as far as those ordeals, going to have recommend all 5 songs off this EP. Just a real nice bonus, real nice kind of blistering shot in the arm as far as these aspects going to happen. So just heavy grade within the aspect, but Horns Blow, Shimmy Shimmy is like a nice EDM kind of boom bap, kind of pop that, I'd say, within pitches like that. Just vintage kind of 2010s dance club bang, I'd say, within the aspects. Just get your groove on easily within these pitches. So just kind of the fair, one of those type ones, thinking about a song like one of those minimalist type ones like Wiggle by Jason Derulo, some of those type pitches. That particular DJ Mustard and more R and bass type sound was kind of popping up within the aspect. So it's kind of like, it's not Horns Blow, it's not necessarily DJ Mustard, but it just has like that particular tear up as to some of those type of folks, thinking of particular popular Jason Derulo type folks, pitches like that, some of those type folks that were pretty prominent in like summer 2014. Trying to think of some other type ones kind of within particular pop type appeal. Probably Pitbull with like Globalization, some of those type tunes that he had in late 2014 with that particular album. Kind of more within the appeal, like this consistent kind of shots up, get cranked type appeal within pitch like that, but this real nice one. The rest of these songs hit pretty heavily as well. Arrivederci is a nice one within these aspects. It's like a red hot kind of factory taste of Pitbull and David Guetta style EDM, I'd say here, just a vanilla kind of turn up. This feels ripped out of 2011, 2012 pitches like that, to some of those traditional type EDM type, EDM type ones in the pitch, just standard dance thunder, some of those type aspects. So yeah, just a good series of these. Just the particular loud pack about this type of appeal, these all have particularly more or less commercial type appeals. Just the aspect of this, it feels like these songs could more or less replace like the standard EDM. It feels like these songs more or less could replace like the standard EDM type bops that were kind of throughout the radio in 2014, 2015, 2013, pitches like that, but it's just kind of appeal. I think for the most part, most folks probably did not realize about Paula DeAnda within some type pitches, considering that she was more prominent 6, 7, 8 years further back within some of those type pitches. But it's just good product to some of these type ones, good pitches. The song Strangers is nice on here as well. It's like an excellent kind of makeshift break free. The hit song Strangers is like an excellent kind of makeshift break free to get in like a dance club sense, I'd say here. Good pitches like that. Just basic kind of trance song, I'd say some of those type fares. Good loosen up, some of those type products about just hands high pitches like that, hands up, good type fares about. So this is one of those type ones. This is more vanilla type one. This one's even more kind of within the more SFW type sense compared to Arrivederci. Basically, Hornsblow and Arrivederci have a little bit more tear up within fashion. I'd say Arrivederci's a little bit more casual within the pitch SFW type fare compared to Hornsblow. Probably the order is the viciousness would probably say Strangers, Jump Smokers, EDM remix, most vicious. Then it's probably Arrivederci. Then it might then second most vicious would probably be Hornsblow. Then it's probably Arrivederci. Probably right in the middle is Arrivederci, then it's Strangers, then the most casual type song on here is probably either Strangers or Tippy Toes, pitches like that, but just with them appeal. So yeah, Strangers is like a particular kind of just makeshift type one, pitches like that within those ordeals. Still, coworkers might be bound, pitches like that, some type of ordeals. It is more Tuesday type music for stepping out, pitches like that, or Monday even. But Tippy Toes is nice as well within these aspects, like a quality everyday kind of commerce / frolic to kind of get within the aspects. Where it is just the fair, like some traffic, just neighborhood bound amidst like music, kind of makeshift type fashions, or just the product that just got done with things within the fair. Good, nice one to pick up some Fritos, some of those type fares, just standard chips, corn chips like that. Corn chips, wheat thin, some of those type of products, just some snack. It's just to have like some break free, good pitches like that. Just feeling froggy, I'd say about this one. Just kind of some dance prime as far as what's going to have to dismiss the pitch. Kind of listening to EDM type music. One of those type ones for listening to EDM type music, but not quite amidst like the social venue where it is going to be rump shaking pitches like that within some type of ordeal. So it's this kind of pitch of probably at like a gas station, some of those type pitches, kind of in the mode, getting ready towards the product, getting cranked, just making probably more or less like a beeline, getting like a quick bag of Lay's, something like that before heading out. Some of those type fares, dismiss the product en route, in line at Arby's, talk about some of those type pitches, then switching the tone to get ready to get cranked, some of those type pitches. A good type fare just about it. But yeah, this has that everyday type feel. Dismiss the pitch of probably a little bit more sparky kind of, a little bit more sparky Wednesday, Thursday type evening pitches like that. More or less possibly Friday within those pitches. Not like it couldn't be Friday, but just kind of within the pitch, like transit type moments, pitches like that, good type ordeal. Then Strangers, Jump Smokers, EDM remix is excellent within these pitches as well. It's like a sparky and blitz kind of 2010s dance flame to kind of get within these products of it. This is the most ferocious one on here, pitches like that. I had to say, just a DJ night, I'd definitely say within products, just really get the turntables cranked, some of these type aspects. Great song to get crunk to, just an overall hot type one. So this one, the pitch. So some of these type ones, there is a couple of these that the Jump Smokers do have vocals on here, pitches like that. Is this kind of within the fair? At least Tippy Toes in the original Strangers pitches like that. So some of those type ordeals in the pitch behind it is overall excellent type fare. So 10 out of 10 EP pitches like that. Social score is going to go ahead and get a 10 as well, just from the aspect as far as saying now within the product of it, considering the fact that Paula DeAnda and Jump Smokers are kind of more low-key, or at least more or less within those fashions, but I kind of feel like the fair, in terms of like the casual kind of notoriety, I would kind of feel like it might be more of like a 9.5, just because the aspect these songs didn't chart. But it's kind of the pitch that EDM had enough popularity where it's probably within the variety that some of these songs were probably likely to have been heard within enough commonplace, that sort of market. So it's just kind of fair. It's popular enough and casual enough to be able to find these within a relative ease, but it's just kind of aspect as far as probably not knowing within that. So you simple enough to kind of hear these songs, but just kind of the pitch of just the recognition, how many countless songs that folks can hear that they don't know whom in particular it happens to be. It was just good pitch like that. So I'd say casual score is going to get a 10, but it's just kind of aspects as far as saying it might be more of like a 9.75, at least with the aspect of if it's absolutely necessary to recognize some of these pitches like that. But I look within the ordeal, but yeah, I'd say 10 socials. It's a product, some of these type ones. Plenty of dance floor heat, DJ nights, pitches like that. Some real good rip tide type shit to get crunk to and cranked as far as those pitches kind of have. Get some drink in your system, get some pop that divas kind of popping that good pitches, like get some pop that type divas, popping that real low pitch like that. Some of those type ordeals just really get the crunk bang. Really get the crunk heaviness just within the ordeal of it, good pitches like that, and just some standard fare to kind of have some makeshift type moments in here as well within like the commute of it. Just gas station runs and extra type fare fill-ups, pitches like that, so on and so forth. Deals a good type pitch. Looking at it, so in terms of the future, like Paula DeAnda has at least dropped a product as recent as 2019, but it's just more uncommon considering she was more a product of like the 2000s, early 2010s, pitch like that. But she does have at least a small series of these. I'm going to get to some of those type fares. Not really a full bunch here about the Jump Smokers pitch like that. They appear to be Within the fair, some hit kind of electronic and house type music, so I'll get to some of them possibly within the aspect C, some of the banging typeness that they're about as well, good pitches like that. But yeah, it's a classic shot in the arm, good pitches like that, just blistering type feel with some of these type tones, good viciousness.